Hello, podcast listeners. Welcome to another weekly edition of Money Girl. I'm Laura Adams, the author of Money Girl's Smart Moves to Grow Rich. Grab a copy of the paperback or ebook from your favorite bookseller. If you thought healthcare reform, also known as Obamacare, was already confusing, well, there have been some recent changes that make it even more perplexing. In this episode, I'll tell you what you need to know about the rules so you meet key deadlines and comply with the law. Obamacare is a nickname for the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, also known as ACA, which became law in 2010. It offers Americans new benefits, rights, and protections for health care. Most notably, when you shop for health insurance, you may qualify for a subsidy that reduces the cost of coverage depending on your income and family size. But the law also requires you to have insurance starting in 2014. Did you get that? Starting in 2014, if you don't have health insurance, you're breaking the law unless you qualify for a healthcare exemption. I'll put a link to these exemptions in the notes for this show on the Money Girl page at quickanddirtytips.com. The penalty for not having health coverage is $95 per adult and $47.50 per child, or 1% of income, whichever is higher. However, individuals won't be penalized on the first $10,000 of income, and families won't be penalized on their first $20,000. Additionally, the Obamacare penalty has a ceiling. It can't be more than the average annual cost of the least expensive health plan. But I can't tell you what that number is yet because it's not available until next year. But here's an example. Let's say you're a single person who earns $40,000. If you decide to opt for the penalty, instead of buying health insurance, your penalty would be $300. While this may seem low, the penalty does increase substantially in 2015, 2016, and beyond. When you file your income tax return, the penalty gets added to the amount of tax you owe, or if you overpaid tax throughout the year, the penalty will be subtracted from your refund. As I previously mentioned, the healthcare law requires every American to have health insurance, no matter if you're employed, underemployed, unemployed, or self-employed. If you lose your job-based health coverage, you have two options: COBRA coverage or an Obamacare plan. COBRA is a federal law that allows you to keep your group plan for up to 18 months after your employment ends. But it's typically much more expensive because you must pay the full monthly premium, including any amount that your employer had contributed before. Here are 3 changes that have been made to Obamacare that you should know. Change number 1. Canceled health plans might be allowed. Not only does the ACA require you to have health insurance starting in 2014, but it says that you must have a qualified plan with a minimum set of benefits. Problem is, getting a new and improved plan turns out to be more expensive for many Americans, and President Obama got a lot of flack about it. As a result, the government recently announced that insurers could allow you to keep your existing plan through 2014, even if it doesn't have the minimum benefits to comply with the healthcare law. But could is an important part of the announcement. Insurance is regulated by states, not the federal government. So the final call on this proposed change is up to the insurance commissioner in each state. Then it's up to insurers who offer policies in those states whether renewing canceled policies is a smart business move. The bottom line is that if your insurance company has told you that your health plan is being canceled, you may still be able to keep it. Just remember that you may not get some of the benefits of other plans under Obamacare. My recommendation is to shop around. Use a site like insurancequotes.com to find out if you can get a qualified plan with more coverage for a lower price. Change number 2. High-risk pool coverage is extended. The Obama administration is also extending coverage for those enrolled in state high-risk pools. These are private plans organized by states to cover certain individuals with pre-existing conditions who previously couldn't get health insurance on the open market or through an employer. Starting in 2014, Obamacare prohibits insurers from denying you coverage or raising your rate if you have a pre-existing medical condition. So high-risk coverage was supposed to end on December 31st, 2013. But it will now continue another month through the end of January to give high-risk enrollees more time to transition into regular health plans. And change number 3, there's more time to get enrolled. Another important change to Obamacare is a delay in the deadline for enrolling in coverage. It was moved back from December 15th to December 23rd after the government's infamous botched website launch made it difficult for many to shop. If you miss the December 23rd deadline, you can still get coverage because open enrollment lasts until March 31st of 2014. However, if you want coverage to begin on January 1st, you must sign up by December 23rd. If you have questions about Obamacare, be sure to email them to me at money@quickanddirtytips.com or post them on the Money Girl Facebook page. I answer many listener questions on the free Money Girl newsletter, so be sure to sign up. Everything I mentioned, including all my social media links and the newsletter sign-up, is on the Money Girl page at quickanddirtytips.com. To read a transcript of this show, look for episode number 338, called Obamacare News, Rules, and Updates. I'm glad you're listening. Cha-ching! That's all for now, courtesy of Money Girl, your guide to a richer life.